Hey there. Happy Sunday to you guys. There's something that I wanted to address that seems to be going around in, especially if you're in the social media world. You're gonna see a lot of posts saying, "Hey, if you're not outraged by this, your manhood is in question, your Christianity is in question. All of these things are in question if you're not sharing or liking or posting about certain issues." There's so many polarizing issues that are going around. There's so many calls, virtue signaling from both sides, whichever side, so many different ways you can go with everything. I'm trying not to go too specific with examples because there's just so many out there. There's politics, there's outrage over all the things going on with children, things like that. If you want to share about that stuff, that's great, more power to you. My appeal to you is, do not try to tell somebody that they don't care about it unless they post about it. They don't care about it unless they're sharing the same stuff that you're sharing. Now I'm telling you this because your identity is not defined by what somebody else thinks your identity should be. So if I'm a good father, I'm not a good father by your standards. It's by biblical standards and my own standards. I don't have to meet your standards of being a father, a husband, wife, whatever it is, parent, things like that. There are so many things out there that people can attach to and say, hey, if you're not sharing this, you don't care about this issue. If you really care, you would do this. That's somebody else appealing. Now, when we get into those things, as a Christian, that's legalism, for one. If you think that your identity is defined by what you're sharing or what you're doing, or whether or not you care enough, if you care as much as somebody else about a certain issue, that's legalism, for one. Second of all, it's bondage. Galatians 5:1 tells us, stand fast in the liberty where Christ has made us free, and be not entangled again in the yoke of bondage. That's bondage, when you feel like you have to do something to prove to others that you care about an issue, that you believe in this issue. If you want to do that, that's up to you. But don't ever let somebody else project onto you what your identity is supposed to be. I'm getting a little fired up because I see too much of this going on right now. And it just drives me nuts. These are the things that really bother me when somebody else tries to tell somebody else. When somebody tries to tell somebody else, you don't care about this issue unless you do this. You don't care about those children in whatever place, country, if you don't donate money to them. You don't care about this issue if you're not sharing this specific message on your Facebook feed. Things like this. Let's just back up a minute. Don't project your ideals onto somebody else, and be free. Don't allow others to dictate to you what your identity is, and tell you that your identity is not true if you don't live up to their expectation of your identity. All right, I love you guys. Hopefully you got some encouragement. It was meant to be encouraging, so hopefully it didn't come off too exhortationist. But I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.